Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined now by Jermaine Sanders and Troy Caupain from the University of Cincinnati, the number 8 seed. The Cincinnati locker room is open at this time with the additional Cincinnati student athletes available to the media. We're looking for the first question now for Jermaine Sanders or Troy Caupain. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll send a microphone attendant in your direction, and our first one is left of the aisle.
Chad Brindle, Cincinnati 24/7, guys. Hard not to pay attention to all the talking heads and everything on TV. Has it gone noticed by you guys that everybody's picking Purdue?
Nah, it's kind of been like that, all year, regardless of who we're playing in the conference. It's nothing new. We've always been the underdog, and we just gotta, take that as motivation and prove that we can come out victorious.
Jermaine, did you want to respond to that as well?
No.
Jermaine does not want to respond to that question. Next question for Jermaine or Troy. We have one on the left.
I got this one. Brian Newberg, Gold Black Illustrated. Guys, how do you guys defend the way you do without fouling?
Let's have Jermaine take that first, then Troy.
It's more basically of a team-oriented defense. It's not one-on-one. So we just defend the ball with 5 people, and that's why we don't foul as much as other teams do who try to guard the ball with one person, one defender.
Troy, same question to you.
I guess, teaching defense, you kind of play defense not to foul. It's best to stay solid in front of the ball. Hand out, so you can't get the shot if it's easy. And if you do get beat, don't foul. You got big men behind you to clean it up off the backboard, block shots, or just contest it so they miss the shot and you take off on the break.
We have 2 questions to the right of the aisle. Second row first.
Tom Gresham, Cincinnati Enquirer. It's a fairly basic question, guys, but what do you have to do to win? What is the key in terms of, for instance, they've got a couple really big guys inside. They play strong defense like you guys do. What do you see that you really need to have to do to come out on top?
Make them shoot jump shots. They got 2 7-footers, so their offense is based off inside, then out. If we can make it our bigs do a good job and our guards have good ball pressure, it'll be hard for them to get the ball inside, for them to get easy shots. We can test the 3, we box out and rebound. I think we'll have a good chance.
I also think that we could hurt them in transition since they got the big guys that they have, and our big guys could run the floor, I think, very well. And I think that'll be the X factor in the game is us getting points in transition.
We have another question in the front on the right.
Paul Doherty, Cincinnati Enquirer. Jermaine, when is a player at the University of Cincinnati made aware of the importance of defense, and how?
From the first day you step on campus, you know that defense is what's going to get us to win the game, and that's the way that we've been playing ever since I got here. So I know that defense is the most important thing for our team to be successful.
We're looking for the next question for student athletes from Cincinnati. Another one on the aisle on the left.
Jermaine, as a freshman, got to make it to the Sweet 16. You've had 2 losses in a row. How important it is for you to get back on that winning side in your senior year?
It's very important for me to win this game tomorrow, knowing that it could be my last game. So we gotta focus in and do what we gotta do defensively to stop them and run the transition, and we should be all right.
Looking for the next question for Jermaine or Troy on the left side.
For both players, Teresa Walker from the Associated Press, when you pride yourself on defense the way you all do, going up against a team that also plays some pretty stingy defense, you like that option of trying to outperform them when it comes to defense?
Let's have Jermaine take that first, then Troy.
Yeah, I do like the option. I think that we are well up for the challenge, knowing that we played against teams like SMU, who is also a stingy defensive team. So I think our offense will be ready for their defense.
Troy?
Yeah, but we've been in this situation before. Our conference is known for defense. You just got to follow the scouting report and execute. You don't want to take shots early in the clock. You want to rotate the ball reversals. Teams like that, it's kind of hard to play defense so aggressive for all 35 seconds. And, late in the clock, something's bound to happen. You just follow the scouting report, execute on offense, and get your best shot at the rim.
We have several more minutes for questions for Jermaine or Troy. If there are any, just raise your hand. We'll send a microphone in your direction. Any further questions for Troy or Jermaine? We have one down in the front on the left.
Reggie Hayes, Fort Wayne News Sentinel. What are some of the things that you see in Purdue that concern you as far as who do you consider some of the guys that you really have to contain on their offense?
We know that they're a big-oriented, big-man team, so we know we got to keep A.J. Hammonds off the boards and make it hard for him to not catch the ball so deep in the post, and that should be the key to the game.
Also, I don't really know names, but I know numbers. Number 35, he's a solid player, offense and defense. Late in the clock, they look for him to score if they can't get the ball inside. So, we load the box on him, make other players beat us on the court. But also they're big men. They got 2 7-footers that come in, equally talented. When one goes off, you still got to play hard when the second one comes in. And, you stop those 3 and make other people on their team, score the ball and make plays, you'd be successful.
Any further questions for Troy or Jermaine? We have one on the right in the back.
Yes, Stan Jastrzebski, WBAA Public Radio. Purdue has had trouble in its offense from time to time this year. They go through lulls where they'll go 10, 15 minutes without scoring. If you guys and your defense are able to succeed at that, is that the time you think you might be able to put them away if you have that happen?
Let's go with Jermaine first, then Troy.
I believe that will be the time that we can put them away. Like I said, we got to rebound the ball very well this game so we can get out in transition and score and make their big guys get tired and keep running. So it could be a fast-paced game that I don't think that they'll be able to compete with us in a fast-paced game.
And Troy.
I agree with that. It's kind of hard to stay in the game, and you don't score the ball. But you just got to keep playing, however the game goes. We want to rebound the ball and get in transition. And we got to score the ball as well. We can't go when they don't score. We got to capitalize on the possessions that they don't score on.
We're looking for questions for Jermaine Sanders or Troy Caupain from the University of Cincinnati. Any further questions for Jermaine or Troy? We have one in the front on the left side.
When you talk about your offense, when it's clicking well, what are the things that really go well for your offense?
Jermaine first and then Troy again.
I think our offense usually starts from inside to outside. When our big guys got it going, it's easier for the guards to do what they do on the wing. So that's what when our offense is going good, it starts from the inside out.
Yeah.
Troy.
In the half court, we play inside out. Our big men draw a lot of attention, and when they're playing, we just gotta wheel around and knock down shots. Also in transition too. If they get the rebound, we got to go. 3 guards going, and our bigs are kind of okay in transition. They get up the floor too, sometimes faster than the other team, and you find them in transition for dunks or screens, where it's something that the team's other defense can't set up on, and that's the best way to play basketball.
We have a few more moments for questions for student athletes from Cincinnati. Any further questions for Jermaine or Troy? We'd like to thank Jermaine Sanders and Troy Caupain for joining us here in the main interview room. They're going to head back to the locker room where they will be available with their teammates. We'll have Associate Head Coach Larry Davis joining us here in the interview room in just a few minutes.